services, and it's time now for the news at 10. The Office of the President lifts restrictions on the trading of the US dollar and repeals its prescribed exchange rate, whilst urging traders to stop hoarding and speculation. Thousands of day-old checks up for grabs in the North Bank region as new livestock and horticulture development programs begin to bear fruit. France celebrates its annual Bastille military parade at a grand ceremony attended by several African armies. And supporters of ousted President Mohamed Morsi continued their sit-in in Cairo, this as a transitional government takes shape. This and other stories coming ahead this half hour. I am Abubakar Dabo. We thank you for joining us. Following a review of recent developments in the domestic foreign exchange market, the Office of the President informs the general public that restrictions on the trading of the US dollar have been lifted. The range for the dollar exchange rate that was prescribed is hereby repealed. Trading in the foreign exchange market is to be determined by market forces as per the Gambia's commitment to the flexible exchange rate regime. The Office of the President urges players in the foreign exchange and other markets to play by the rules and advises traders to eschew the practice of hoarding and undue speculations. Whilst reiterating our commitment to free market policies, government will ensure that players in the market conform to the rules and regulations that govern free markets. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Yahya A.J.J. Jammeh, accompanied by a high-powered delegation, would leave Banjul International Airport at 5 a.m. Monday morning for Abuja, the Federal Republic of Nigeria, according to a release from State House. President Jammeh and delegation will attend the special summit of the African Union on HIV and AIDS, tuberculosis and malaria. The summit, referred to as Abuja Plus 12, would be held under the theme Ownership, Accountability and Sustainability of HIV and AIDS, TB and Malaria Response in Africa, Past, Present and Future. According to the release, the summit would review the status of African governments' investment and the various national responses to HIV and AIDS, TB and malaria, odor-related infectious diseases, and would adopt a set of actions to enhance the continent's response and efforts towards reversing the impact of these diseases by ensuring universal access to services and strengthen health systems, especially for the poor and marginalized people. In the same vein, the release went on, His Excellency the President and delegation would attend the 43rd session of the Authority of ECOWAS Head of States and Government. The summit, according to the release, would look at issues confronting the region, as well as discuss current situations in Mali and Guinea-Bissau, amongst others. Those invited to see off the President are requested to be at the airport by 4 a.m. for the usual ceremonies. The release ends. On a daily basis, more than 20,000 loaves of bread are turned out from the Kanilai family bakery. Well, at this time of the Ramadan, many people rush to a nearby shop to buy enough bread for their families for consumption in the evening. With the price of basic commodities skyrocketing, our Ibrahim Belder went out and about to examine how the Kanilai family bakery is coping with the increasing demand for bread sold at an affordable price.
Customer come, customer go. This is the scenario you are likely to capture if you have the time and energy to walk into any bakery in town with a TV camera. This is the Kanilai family bakery. Since it was established some years back, customers make frantic efforts to buy a piece of bread here. The demand for bread is always high. However, during the holy month of Ramadan, the workers here say they are almost overstretched to the limits because the queue is usually long outside. I wanted to find out how many pieces of bread are baked here.
Here we're producing around 25 to 27,000 pieces every day.
Well, it is absolutely incredible to imagine that, according to the workers here, there are more than 20,000 pieces of bread that are churned out from this Kanilai family bakery. And to many people around the greater Banjul area, a lot of them come here to buy the piece of bread at $5, at least something that is affordable to most of them. London judges also at the Kanilai family bakery paid glowing tribute to the President, His Excellency Sir Professor Alhaji Dr. A.J.J. Jammeh, for setting up this bakery with the ultimate objective to make bread affordable and accessible to the people. Even though at times the customers are noisy, Jaju called for calm.
I appreciate to receive our customers, but always we are also telling them not to be aggressive or whatever the case. We are here for them and they are here for us. So this is our They are our customers. They are whatever the case they think of. We are not their enemy. Yes, we are trying to serve them as the way they like it.
Despite the fact that thousands of pieces of bread are churned out in this bakery, thousands of customers go in for it on a daily basis because it is affordable. Ibrahim Abalde, GRTS News.
The month of Ramadan is profitable for some businesses despite the fact that many people complain about the lack of money. In his quest to meet business operators that are bold enough to say they make more money during this holy month of Ramadan, Ibrahim Balde proceeded to a business entity that is seemingly laughing all the way to the bank.
The mood elsewhere is different. For a business entity that was established few years back, it seems it has started to settle down and that there are some huge financial returns. Bakers Dozen is jointly operated by a young Gambian entrepreneur and his overseas partners who decided to invest in the food business. The month of Ramadan usually play out quite well for food items that are usually consumed during this month.
This Ramadan?
You make money during Ramadan?
Yeah, lot of money there.
With the increasing number of bakeries in town, one might be tempted to ask whether others are in the business for money or for their customers. Mohamed Kande, co-founder of Bakers Dozen, said to him, the more, the merrier.
It's a challenge that we have to cross. I mean, there's a lot of people going into bakery, but having the know-how is two different things. Wanting to go into it and having the know-how is two different things, like I said. So, yes, a lot of people want to get into the market and become a player, but I just believe in one thing, that, you need loyal customers. And if you created a unique brand and which is such a good quality, you will maintain your quality, you maintain your services, your loyal customers will always stay with you.
A regular buyer of bread, I asked Ablai Baji whether the skyrocketing prices of basic food commodities is not hurting customers and business operators alike during the holy month of Ramadan. Baji referred to an old age adage to illustrate a point.
One should cut their coat according to their size. Ramadan, it is true that it's a holy month and people do like to eat different kinds of food, but then we cut our coat according to our size. If you know that you cannot afford what another person is affording, try and get whatever you have. What you can afford, I think, will really help. If we try to minimize cost by doing what we can, we can always make a headway.
The month of Ramadan comes once a year, and for some business operators, they wish that every day is Ramadan so that they can continue to laugh all the way to the bank or cash in on the numerous opportunities that are usually open to them at this time. Ibrahim Abalde, GRTS News.
The Embassy of the United States of America to the Gambia has announced that Ambassador Edward M. Elford has been chosen as the senior U.S. civilian representative in the southern Afghanistan, where he would be working on the transition as Afghan forces prepare to assume full responsibility for security across the country in 2014. Ambassador Elford has been in the Gambia for 1 year, during which he has traveled extensively throughout the country, speaking to specific audiences, meeting with youth organizations and students, and visiting embassy-sponsored projects. In the same vein, Ambassador Alford has issued a statement on his departure, and it reads, "I have spent a wonderful year in the Gambia and have learned much from and about this wonderful country. I have been especially impressed by the Gambia's success in creating a society based on tolerance, diversity, and mutual respect. I salute the excellent progress made by the government of the Gambia in improving education, providing better health care to its citizens, upgrading the infrastructure of the country. The relations between the Gambia and the United States remain excellent, based on mutual respect and strong personal ties fostered by the many Gambians who worked and lived in the United States, and many Americans such as our remarkable Peace Corps volunteers who have come to know and love the Gambia. My departure is with regret, but with the knowledge that as foreign service officers, we serve where there is greatest need for our skills and services." Combating healthcare delivery has always been a key issue in the government's development agenda. One of the institutions providing healthcare services to the general populace is the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat, an institution that has been helping the government of the Gambia since its inception. Mohamed Jallo picks up the rest of that story.
One of the institutions providing healthcare services to the general populace is the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat, an institution that had been complementing government since its inception. The Jamaat has built a hospital in the country and offer other health